Good day. Today, my group members and I from Group 12 will be presenting on market report on oil trade.
First one is executive summary. Global oil tanker shipping industry. The global oil tanker shipping industry play a critical role in the global energy supply chain, transporting billions of barrels and crude oil and refined petroleum products annually between production and consumption regions. Despite global energy transition efforts, strong oil demand from Asian economy continue to drive market growth. The industry is valued at USD 41.3 billion and is projected to grow at 7.5% annually, reaching USD 70.7 billion by 2023. Market segmentation. Crude oil transportation. They use VLCC, Suezmax and Aframax vessels. Transport crude oil from extraction site to refiner. Operates mainly on long-haul routes, Middle East to Asia. The cargo capacity is between 200,000 until 320,000 DWT. Higher freight rate up to USD 6.6 million per voyage. Next is refined product distribution. They use smaller product tanker. Transport crude oil from extraction site to the refiner. Operates on regional and short sea routes, lower cargo capacity per voyage, shorter voyage duration and lower freight rate.
Okay, so my name is Nurul Nazira binti Azman, so I will continue with overview of oil tanker shipping. Oil tanker shipping is a part key of global maritime trades. It enables the transportation of large volumes of oil by sea. Oil is mainly transported in the form of crude oil and refined petroleum products. Different types of tanker are used depending on the cargo and trade routes. So for this section, I will focus on one vessel, which is Very Large Crude Carrier or VLCC.
My name is Nur Soleha binti Muhammad Bakri and continue with types of goods and types of vessel and geographic coverage of VLCC operations. So the first about types of vessel, which is Very Large Crude Carrier (VLCC), and types of cargo is crude oil only. VLCC is designed specifically to transport unrefined crude oil. Operates as a large capacity tanker for long haul, deep sea voyages and mainly used to move crude oil from oil producing regions to major refineries. Chosen for its high efficiency and economy of scale in bulk oil transportation. And next is about geographic coverage of VLCC operations. VLCC operations are global in nature, primarily transport crude oil from the Middle East to major importing regions, and main destinations include China, Japan, South Korea, and India. Commonly pass through Strait of Hormuz, Strait of Malacca. VLCCs plays a vital role in ensuring a stable and continuous crude oil supply to global energy markets. That's all from me. Next.
Assalamualaikum, my name is Rebecca Delia binti Ramli. I will continue present about market overview. First, the oil tanker market is growing rapidly. This growth is driven by global oil production in increasing maritime trade. Refining capacity and liquefied gas trade are also expanding with increased the demand for oil tanker. There is a clear shift toward long distance energy routes. Oil and gas are now mainly transported from the Middle East, the United States and South America to Asia, especially China, India, and South Asia. The market size has grown from 41.3 billion United States dollar and is projected to reach 70.7 billion United States dollar by 2030. Very large crude carrier or VLCC can carry between 200,000 and 330,000 liquid ton per voyage, making them essential for long destination transport. Even with the global energy transition, crude oil demand from developing Asia economy remains strong and continues to support the growth of the oil tanker market. Next is the oil tanker plays a dominant role in global petroleum transportation, moving billions of barrels of oil each day. Market growth driven by rising global energy demand and rapid industrialization in non-OECD economies, resulting in an average annual growth rate of around 7.5%. Operational efficiency is improving through technological adoption such as AI-based fuel management, smart port, and predictive maintenance, which helps reduce operating costs. At the same time, stricter environmental regulations are accelerating investment in energy efficiency, and LNG-powered vessels with order ship 5 high compliance costs or early scrapping. Geopolitical development are reshaping trade flow with longer routes from the United States and Middle East to Asia, increasing ton-mile demand. Freight rates of around USD 6.6 million per voyage, asset value rising from USD 70 million to USD 11 million, and returns on asset valuation up to 80%.
For the next slide is 2.3, which is the volume of goods. Oil tankers transport billions of barrels of petroleum products every year, making them a major contributor to global maritime trade. They are the most efficient modes of transport for moving large volumes of oil over long distance. Very large crude carriers or VLCCs can carry up to 2 million barrels of oil per voyage, highlighting their importance in high volume trade. Globally, around 1.3 billion barrels of oil are currently on the water, with a significant portion stored on tankers. The use of tankers, especially in VLCC as floating storage and offloading units, has increased during periods of excess supply. According to BIMCO, oil tanker cargo volumes are expected to grow by 2 or 3% annually, with even higher ton miles growth for VLCCs due to longer sailing distance.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and very good morning everyone. My name is Nur Najwa Najwa binti Zainal. My metric number is S70549, and I will present about market segmentation in the shipping industry. We're seeing three major shifts that are reshaping how vessels operate and where trade routes go. First, we will talk about geopolitical disruptions. The Red Sea diversions and sanctions on Russian and Iranian oil are forcing ships to take longer routes, adding 10 to 20 extra days per voyage. This increases demand for tonnage across the entire fleet. Second, ASEAN demand is booming, especially in China, India, and Southeast Asia. This is because they are importing more crude oil from the Middle East, the US, and the Americas. This creates strong demand for long-haul shipping capacity. Third, refining capacity is shifting. Asia and the Middle East are expanding their facilities while Europe is closing refineries. This creates new trade routes and more opportunities for long-distance shipping. Last but not least, OPEC Plus is gradually increasing production, which supports higher oil volumes on the market. Meanwhile, our fleet is aging. Many vessels are over 15 years old. Low scrapping rates and sanctions on shadow fleets mean less supply, which is keeping utilization rates very high, maybe at 89 to 92%. Together, these factors create strong structural demand for shipping. It's not just temporary. It's reshaping the industry for the foreseeable future. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum. My name is Nurhaz Yuhada binti Hazrin. Matrix number S72263. For market segmentation, we have key market challenges. And the first one, freight rate volatility. Oil tanker freight rates are very volatile and change significantly due to crude oil price fluctuations. OPEC and OPEC Plus production decision and global economy cycle. This led to a oversupply of vessels and a sharp fall in freight rates, creating income uncertainty for shipowners. And the second one, high environmental compliance costs. Implementing international environment regulation such as IMO 2020 sulfur cap, ballast water management rules, and carbon intensity regulation has raised both capital and operating costs for for tanker operators. Existing vessels, especially older ships, need expensive retrofitting to meet compliance standards. That's all from me. Next.
Assalamualaikum and hi everyone, my name is Nursima binti Saleh and my metric number is S69939 and I will continue the presentation for the key market challenge. So the third challenge is a geopolitical risk and sanction. The geopolitical risk, trade sanctions and also the security threats at the key maritime checkpoints like the Strait of Hormuz, the Red Sea and Bab el-Mandeb Strait often disturb the global oil trade flows. So this disruption raise the insurance premium and also the security related costs and also make the vessel take longer and costly detour. Moving to the next challenge is aging global fleet. So a large portion of the global oil tanker fleet is nearing or has surpassed its optimal operating age. So this raises the chances of technical failures, lower the fuel efficiency and also increases the risk of the non-compliance with the environmental regulations.
So the last two key market challenges are energy transition pressure and also adverse weather conditions. So in the energy transition pressure, the global push for cleaner energy and long-term decarbonization goals has created uncertainty about future demand for crude oil and petroleum products. This uncertainty makes it difficult for ship owners to make long-term investment decisions, including whether to invest in new vessels, retrofit existing fleets, or explore alternative fuel energies. And the last challenge is adverse weather conditions. So severe weather, including storms, rough seas, high waves, and strong winds, can greatly disrupt oil tanker operations. So these disruptions lower the operational efficiency, create schedule uncertainty, and can temporarily reduce cargo movement, which will further impact their freight earnings and fleet use.
Assalamualaikum and good day. My name is Aisha Elmi S70101. I will explain this slide. So this table shows the typical journey, the time frame of the voyage durations for several oil tanker routes. This is important because it affects cost, freight rates and vessel utilizations. First, the route from the Middle East to East Asia. This journey takes approximately 25 to 40 days due to the longer distance. This route mainly uses large vessels, specifically VLCC, and it has a significant impact on global freight rates. Next, the route from the Europe to the US Gulf or the Caribbean. This route is shorter, taking around 10 to 15 days. It usually carries crude oil and refined products and uses Aframax or Suezmax vessels. For Red Sea diversions, when vessels have to avoid the area and reroute via South Africa, voyage time can increase by 10 to 20 additional days. This is usually due to the security and geopolitical issues which increase cost and fuel consumption. Lastly, coastal or short sea trade. This route typically takes 1 to 7 days. Geopolitical risk is low, but operations are highly dependent on port efficiency. Overall, the longer the voyage or the greater the route disruption, the higher the cost and sailing time. Therefore, voyage duration is a key factor in maritime industry planning. Thank you.
Hi everyone, my name is Nurul Aina Akila binti Faranwa with number metric S74777. So, in conclusion, from a shipwalker's perspective,
the current oil tanker market remains highly attractive and commercially important. Firstly, steady global oil demand, especially from Asia, ensure a continuous flow of chartering activity. For brokers, this means regular feature in both crude and product tanker markets, providing stable commission opportunities despite market fluctuations. Secondly, the dominance of VLCC on long-haul routes significantly benefit brokers. This voyage involve high freight rates, long duration, and complex contractual arrangements. As a result, brokers plays a key role in negotiating terms, matching suitable vessels with cargoes, and managing risks, which increase the value of brokerage services. In addition, freight rate volatility strengthens the broker's position in the market. When rates move rapidly due to oil price changes, geopolitical tension, or supply disruption, ship owners and charterers rely heavily on brokers for accurate market intelligence and timely advice. This reinforces the broker's role as a trusted market intermediary. Furthermore, longer trade routes and geopolitical disruption have increased voyage distance and operational complexity. Brokers are essential in advising on route selection, voyage estimation, and contractual clauses, making their expertise more critical than in stable market conditions. Finally, environmental regulation and fleet renewal create new business opportunities for brokers, especially in period charters and sale and purchase transactions. Broker assist owner in positioning modern compliant vessels while helping charterers secure efficient tonnage. To conclude, although the oil tanker markets face uncertainty from energy transition and regulation, it continues to offer strong earning potential and strategic importance for shipbrokers, ensuring their continued relevance in the maritime study. That's all from me. Thank you.